Why is my USB flash drive read-only? If you have ever plugged in a USB flash drive and found it was read-only, you might be wondering why that happened. This was a common issue back in the 2000s, a time when USB drives were changing how we stored and shared data. Let's break down the reasons behind this read-only status in a way that brings back some of that nostalgic tech vibe. First off, what does read-only mean? When a USB drive is set to read-only, you can open and view files, but you cannot change, add, or delete anything. Think of it like a favorite album on a compact disc. You can listen to it, but you cannot record over it. One reason your USB drive might be read-only is due to a physical write protection switch. Some older models had a tiny switch on the side. Sliding this switch would lock the drive, making it read-only to prevent accidental deletions. If your drive has this feature, check the switch position. It's a simple fix that many of us learned to check after our first frustrating experience. Another reason could be file system errors. Just like any storage device, USB drives can develop errors over time. If the file system gets corrupted, maybe from unplugging the drive without safely ejecting it, which was a common habit in the 2000s, your computer might set the drive to read-only. This was a protective measure to keep your data safe, but it could be annoying when you just wanted to add your latest music files. Viruses and malware were also a big concern during that time. Some malicious software would lock your drive to prevent you from removing infected files. Regularly scanning your USB drive with antivirus software became a necessary part of our digital lives back then. Drive wear and hardware issues can also lead to a read-only state. USB flash drives have a limited number of write cycles. After heavy use, some drives might switch to read-only mode to preserve data when memory cells start to fail. This was less common but could happen if you used your drive a lot for school projects or sharing music. Sometimes, the problem isn't with the drive itself but with your computer. If your user account lacks write permissions, or if the operating system detects a problem, it could make the drive read-only. This was often more of a computer issue than a drive issue. So, how did people fix this back in the day? Fixing a read-only USB often involved a mix of tech know-how and trial and error. You might check for that physical switch, which became second nature after a few mishaps. Using built-in tools like DiskPart on Windows or Disk Utility on Mac could help clear the read-only flag or repair errors. Reformatting the drive was another option, but this erased everything, so it was a last resort, especially if you had important files. Scanning for viruses was also a common step, given the rapid spread of malware through USB drives. Remembering these little tech puzzles brings back fond memories of the 2000s. USB drives were symbols of that era's tech excitement, small, convenient, and full of potential. They came with quirks, like the read-only mystery, that became part of our shared experiences. Fixing a locked drive felt like a rite of passage, a small challenge that made us feel a bit more tech-savvy. Plus, those physical design elements, like the write protection switch, reminded us of a time when gadgets had more tactile features.